Welcome back, I'm Dylan St. Amand, and this is episode 9 of Creative Differences. Today, our painters are going monstrous, a challenge straight from the forges of Mammoth Factory. These are Dragonoid Ogres, part dragon, part ogre, and all destruction. 3 painters, 1 fearsome theme. Let's see who brings the fire, who brings the fury, and who brings something we never saw coming. This is Creative Differences.
Yeah, so my name's Adam. I am a return painter on the series, I guess you could call it. Looking forward to having yet another challenge and seeing what mini we're gonna be painting and putting some of my since acquired skills to the test from the last video. Got a few new techniques to try out, so.
I'm Keith. This is my 4th time on the show, and I am very excited to do some more painting.
I'm David Coffin. I've been on the show a few times. Still painting, not as much this year, but still trying to keep up with my backlog. Excited to be back and to see what we've got ready for today, and we'll see about how it's going to be any different than last time. Like, see what strategies I can use that I haven't used before.
I really like how it turned out. It didn't turn out how I had initially envisioned, because I think I even said it in the interview. I was like, like the classic purple owlbear, like I've painted a few for my own collection that way already, and guess what? I painted it purple. But it was just, like, I sat down and started thinking about colors, and that's just kind of what came to me, but I went for that little bit of contrast with like the orange on the ends of the limbs, and a little bit in kind of like the bigger plumage on the model. But the base was what I was fighting with, because I started out painting it and it was just like too high saturation and plain, and then I tried like put a wash on it and that didn't really dull it the way I liked, and then I went back with different colors, and then I was like, okay, the base is brighter than the model, which is never good. So I had to like repaint it. I think I painted the base like twice, like fully, like, and then a few spots here and there changed the color a couple more times than that. So hopefully the base is not going to cause as many issues this time around.
It's not exactly tough, but it's a different style of painting than what I use for doing big batches, right? Where with big batch models, it's more consistency rather than complexity and uniqueness when it comes to doing a lot of models at once. So you don't get a lot of detail. You get mostly dry brushing to really pick out those spots, but I'm not going in and really highlighting areas. So I guess trying to do highlighting, trying to do edge highlighting to really bring out certain points is something that I would like to try and do. And I've only done on a few big models before. So the biggest model I've painted in a miniature sense is probably still Magnus the Red, the Primarch of the Thousand Suns Legion. Yeah, the second one is probably Zarek the Silent King from the Necron Sleep.
Including the throne, I guess.
Yeah, including the throne. I mean, Zarek himself is about the size of a regular Necron, but if you count the throne and the rest of the triad and the pillars, it's probably one of the more complex models I've done.
So like with Warhammer, I definitely like try to make models, like when you have a unit of 12 dudes that all look the exact same, I try to make them look different. So like maybe I'll build half of them the way that they're supposed to be built, but then I'll start putting their arms in different positions and stuff, or like giving them a different weapon, or instead of like having a sword and a shield like all the other skeletons, one will have 2 swords, which means both his arms are right-handed arms. And I've just like finagled the other one so that he can hold 2 swords. So it's not something I've never done. But it's also like I'm not usually kit bashing between sets. It's usually like within the components of what comes with it, usually. I do have I've been given other people's spare bits, right? So I've got a big box of bits to select from, lots of weapons, lots of like spare arms and stuff. So like usually if I want to add something to the base, and that's like a big part of it, is decorating around the model, because usually Warhammer doesn't come with, it comes with a plain base and you want to put something on there. So like that's where most of my kit bashing comes from, is like decorating around the model rather than actually changing the model itself.
I didn't see them. What the hell is this? Holy, it's like a kaiju of some kind.
a lot of scales, like a lot of, I believe the term chitin was used earlier, but like a lot of plates. Definitely a very bestial kind of serpent, lizard creature.
Is this a demon or a lizard man?
So this is, from the file name, this is a dragon ogre.
Ooh, okay, so some dragon got it on with an ogre.
Yes.
No freehand. Not that it's a bad thing. No big panels. I was like, oh, if there's something with a shield or like flat, you know, like Space Marine armor or like a knight or something. This model is probably gonna lean very much into the thing I wanted to try of like the crazy saturated undercoating. Depending on how quickly I can get stuff done, dry brushing is probably gonna be used because there's a lot of detail on this guy and edge highlighting. It's like a Tyranid, for those who know Warhammer 40k, it's like a Tyranid on steroids. There's just chitin everywhere on this thing.
I did catch wind that it might be something involving a dragon, and I already, based on that, came up with an idea of how I wish to paint this model. Let's just say that there's a certain figure within the realms of Silver Dice Society whose names have been heard through many videos and whose voice has been heard through many live streams, who I will dedicate this model to.
All right, Keith, what are you painting?
So we went over with a zenithal highlight of black over white and then started to dry brush up some of these lighter areas.
Hold on, Keith.
Yes.
That's not...
What are you talking?
What is that?
This is a model for this episode, isn't it?
No.
Then what do I have? All right, well, our initial plan of going to go red with an overcoating of gold that then we were going to flake away, kind of realized that that would end up being very one note, as this character would be entirely gold flaking away to red. And I decided to then do gold for the larger plates and red for like this more skin-like underneath. So right now we're just going through and we are staining, we're using some shade paint to catch the recesses of those skin parts so that some of them look darker than before. We then have to go over and do the same with the gold and then go back and re-highlight some of those areas so that they stand out more. And then do all these spines, which were painted in like a kind of a beigey color, but need to be redone because they've got now a bunch of red and gold over them. But aside from that, things are going well. No major issues, no green like last time, which is nice. Accidentally using the color palette to my disadvantage on the last model. But yeah, so I think things are going well and we should have, I'm hoping something that's decent looking when I'm done.
Soon enough?
Soon enough, yeah.
So, I tried to make him look like flesh tone and then give him like metallic armor. It's kind of working. I think I've got a lot more to do than I was hoping. I've got a lot of gold and brass and pinks and they're all kind of blending together. So I'm just trying to like add a little bit more color that is not from those three and go from there, I guess. Like, I'd say I'm probably about halfway done, but we'll see where it takes me.
Okay, sounds good. It's the only one with a sword.
Yeah, well, the sword's gonna help distract.
So my original plan was kind of Black Dragon inspired, so I thought, okay, purple undertones, then go over the model to darken it so that in the cracks you get a little bit of purple, which I don't know if the camera will pick up, but I think the purple was too dark and you don't really see it. Obviously there's like the little bit of contrast with the green, and then I was thinking to make the edges pop with red like that. But it's overall really dark, and to pick out those edges to make them really bright contrast points is going to take way too long. And then I looked over at Keith and realized that I needed box art inspiration of a two-tone paint job like that. So I think we're going to start over. 2 hours in.
Can you show me your timer? How much time you got left?
We're at 2 hours and 8 minutes, so...
All right, best get started.
Yep.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Creative Differences. 3 painters took on the towering challenge of the Dragonoid Ogre, and the results were just as wild and powerful as the creatures themselves. A massive thank you to Mammoth Factory for creating these incredible minis. We grabbed them from their store on myminifactory.com, and you can find the link in the description below if you want to paint one for yourself. And if you'd like to bring these monstrous hybrids to your next D&D session, we've got you covered. Head over to www.silverdicesociety.com to download a free 5e stat block for the Dragonoid Ogre, perfect for dropping a little dragon fire into your campaign. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, let us know your favorite take in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Silver Dice Society for more painting, gaming, and creative inspiration. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Creative Differences.